like hell. You used to have it all. Till you gave your heart and soul. To a man who took control. But you're strong, and you know you can take it back, take it back. Don't give in to that little voice telling you you have no choice. There's no way out. You should know without a doubt. You know better, you can do it. Get it together, you'll get through it. Make it to the other side. Make a new life. Coming out of your shell. Don't give up on yourself. Just when you think all hope is gone, you look good and moving on. You pack up your dreams and leave everything. 'Cause you're strong, you know it's the right thing, right thing. Don't give in to that little voice telling you you have no choice. There's no way out. You know without a doubt. You know better, you can do it. Get it together, you'll get through it. Make it to the other side. Make a new life. Coming out of your shell. Don't give up on yourself. You found out who you are now. So go and show the world what you're made of, girl. Don't give in to that little voice telling you you have no choice. There's no way out. You should know without a doubt. You know better, you can do it. Get it together, you'll get through it. Make it to the other side. Make a new life. Coming out of your shell. Don't give up on yourself. Coming out of your shell. Don't give up on yourself.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello. Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
I'm 35 years old. You think by now I know all this running around is gonna bring me down. I wanna try some new things and listen to the birds sing and see the rest of my life through a sober man's eyes. God help me see what's right in front of me. I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts. I wanna be the dad any kid would want and teach him the simple things in life, like how to fish and how to hunt. I wanna be that man. I've had my share of the devil's snare. Whiskey had me down for the count. I've danced away with Mary, and saying goodbye scares me. But I know it's time to let her fly. So God help me see what's right in front of me. I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts. I wanna be the dad any kid would want, and teach him the simple things in life, like how to fish and how to hunt. I wanna be that man. Oh, I wanna be that man. God, take what's left of me, help me shape a legacy. Maybe this old boy can still do some good. Yeah, I ain't been working out my way, this crooked path down the interstate. I think it's time I take another road. So God help me see it's right in front of me. I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts. I wanna be the dad that any kid would want, and teach him the simple things in life, like how to fish and how to hunt. I wanna be that man. God, I wanna be that man.
His name is Steve Hickman from the Steve Hickman Band. Indianapolis, Indiana is where he is from, and he is awesome. I Want to Be That Man, the title of that song. And kicking us off tonight, Melissa Montgomery, Don't Give Up on Yourself. That is something that indie artists can take to heart, that is for sure. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR Indie Country Radio, playing the best in new indie country music. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver and KUHSdenver.com. Big shout out to Mr. Henry Archuleta and all the fine folks over there at KUHS Denver for allowing us to put our country music program on their fine radio station. We're glad to have all you listeners out there tuned in, and we've got a great show for you tonight. 3 hours of the best in new country and a couple of great interviews mixed in. First, Mr. Kyle Elliott will stop by, and then later on, Mr. Don Swartz from Southern Trace Songwriters will stop by as well from Nashville, Tennessee. And me and Don have known each other for about 5 years, and we got a lot of catching up to do. We're going to talk music business, radio, live shows, all kinds of good stuff, so you guys don't want to miss it. It's going to be a fun night. But if there's something I can do for you request-wise, hit me up on Spreaker. That is Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio up in that little gray box at the top, and we will be glad to play the favorite music that you love. Absolutely. Mr. Joe Lasher is up next. This is called Messed Up on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
To all my friends, I guess it's easy to see, 'cause they all say it ain't good for me. Lying to myself, trying to get over you. But I'd say I put on a damn good show, acting tough as nails, so you won't know truth from fiction, how hard it's hitting me to let you go. Baby, I messed up, doing my best to get dressed up, walk a straight line to the front door, take a deep breath and a call. just get dressed up. Walk a straight line to the front door. Take a deep breath and a couple more. Baby, I'm hurting. Everything I try ain't working. Guess I like the high that the pain brings. With your memory, and I can't get enough. Baby, I'm messed up. Yeah, I'm messed up. Messed up.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Sorry, ladies, Mr. Perfect's taking off the market. Cupid hit a bullseye, and I was a target. Who'd have thought I had the golden ticket in my pocket? My heart is ticking, ticking faster than a clock could clock it. Shooting like a rocket, even NASA couldn't stop it. Sorry, ladies, Mr. Perfect's taking off the market. I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot. High rolling, handle pulling, hitting triple cherries, sweeter than the sweetest double scoop of Ben and Jerry's. Cashing in my chips, you don't have to double dare me. Racing to the chapel, Elvis gonna get us married. Better than the treasure island treasure that was buried. A high rolling, handle pulling, hitting triple cherries. I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot. Woo! I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot, the jackpot.
Her name is Arlene Quinn, a great Canadian artist, and we hit the jackpot when we took on that song. It is an absolute hit. Miss Kelsey Ballerini wrote it. Arlene Quinn did her thing with it, and she is fantastic. Hey, Arlene's mom hit the jackpot here not too long ago, too. Congratulations to Doris Quinn on recently getting married. That is fantastic, and we wish you all the happiness in the world, Doris. You are awesome, and you guys live a long, happy life together. We appreciate having your support on the radio station as well, and your daughter's music. She is fantastic. Mr. Tyler Booth, former American Idol contestant, is up next. This is called Long Comes a Girl on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
You see the bopper dropping while you're popping the top on a cold beer, and you bust through the mud in your old truck in low gear. It's shotguns, bird dogs, buddies, and 12-ounce curls. Along comes a girl. You're spitting and swearing in the jeans you've been wearing for 2 weeks. Paycheck weekend hardcore, drinking and no sleep. Playing by the rules you made in a country boy's world. Along comes a girl. You're losing track of time on a front porch swing, writing love songs in your 6-string. And she ain't lighting up your phone, you just let it ring. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. Never thought you'd be breaking an iron out on a new shirt, or singing along to I Saw the Light in an old church, let alone taking out a 20-year loan for a piece of your own dirt. And along comes a girl, and you're losing track of time on a front porch swing, writing love songs on your 6-string. If she ain't lighting up your phone, you just let it ring. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. Along comes a girl.
I love me some country music.
Hey man, I love country music.
Me too.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Reynolds Wrap on rabbit ears. TV tray back in the day, we'd watch a Wonder Years. Old Wagoneer, wood panel doors. We wore out our old jeans and were faded from the storm. And that old couch
new music from Runaway June. That is called We Were Rich, and boy, the harmonies on that are rich too, aren't they? You can check out the video to We Were Rich from Runaway June on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. We have over 400 videos playing around the clock 24/7, 365 days a year, and we'll have some Christmas programming coming on there pretty soon as well. Yeah, 'tis the season almost, but you wouldn't know it by the weather. It was only 83, 84 degrees today in Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. And we got some good live entertainment going on right now. Well, I'll tell you what, I had a great radio interview Wednesday night. If you missed that show, you can catch it as a replay on Spreaker.com. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio. Mr. Brody Castor stopped by, and we played one of his hit songs. Here it is right now. It is called Started With a Song from Brody Castor on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
Every note was a shining star lighting up a back road. You were shy, so was I, but the music was right and the look in your eyes said it all. You leaned in, that first kiss was heaven on my lips, and I knew I'd started to fall. That pedal still was crying and dirt roads winding, slipping your hand in mine. Truck cab was steaming, held each other all night long, all starting with a song. 3 short minutes I saw I picked fences and kids running round in the yard. I smelled coffee in the morning every time it hits a chorus and waking up in your arms. Could have been if you hadn't jumped in, taking a ride with my heart. Now we're getting so close and we still take it slow, and I hear that song wherever we are. A pedal still crying, dirt road winding, slipping your hands in mine. Kick drum is thumping, her heartbeats are pumping, right about to cross that line. Truck cab was steaming, held each other all night long, and all started with a song. I still feel it, I still hear it now. Girl, it brings me back to a pedal still crying. Dirt road winding, right about to cross that line. A melody was ringing, truck cab was steaming, held each other all night long, and all started with a song. Started with a song.
is called Started With the Song. And again, we had a great radio interview last Wednesday. If you missed it, you can check it out on Spreaker.com. Search KICR Indie Country Radio. You can do it on iHeart, Spotify. We're all over the place. And on KUHSdenver.com as well. Well, tonight I've got another great radio interview, and we've got Mr. Kyle Elliott live with us tonight. How you doing?
Hey, doing well. Thanks for having me.
Doing great here in Branson, Missouri. Where are you calling in from tonight?
Just outside of Nashville, actually.
Outside of Nashville. How's everything in Nashville?
Oh, the weather is perfect this time of year, so I cannot complain.
Yep, same here. It was about 83 actually today, so
a little warm.
Doesn't quite feel like fall yet, but it will next week. They're saying we'll be back down in the 40s for lows. So.
Yeah. Who knows with the southern weather that we have? It'll be 40 and then 80 the next day. So.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I was really excited to interview you. I've been loving your music. We got a couple of good songs from you here a while back, and we've been playing those. But tell us your story and how you got into country music.
Well, I'm actually born and raised here in Nashville, which I kind of like to joke and say country music's in my blood. If you have ever been to Nashville, Music Row is actually a row of places, typically record labels and publishing companies, and I was born about a mile from Music Row.
Wow.
So you don't get much closer to country music than that. And I grew up listening to all kinds of music, but as I got older, I realized that I always came back to country music at the end of the day. And after playing in an alternative band in my younger years, I decided to pursue a solo career in country music. And we've been at that for about 4 years now, and it's been pretty successful. We've had a string of singles, and we're right in the middle of a project that we've been working on. Obviously got like some of the songs that you had mentioned that I've been doing over the past couple of years. And it's been an incredible journey. I can't tell you how much I love the country music industry, and the fan base makes it worth so much.
Yeah.
It's just a great experience, and I can't fathom doing anything else because I absolutely love what I do, playing country music.
That's awesome. Well, we haven't ever talked before, but I say it all the time. I've been a big fan since the 90s when Garth and Toby and Vince Gill and those guys from Oklahoma were coming up, because I spent 20 years in southeast Oklahoma in Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from. And
yeah, I was about to say that's a pretty hot spot for country music too.
Yep, that got my love for country music going. And when I started DJing, I was DJing 80s music back in 1986, 87, and loved that genre of music. But man, when the country came out that they made, it truly is three chords and the truth, and the stories that they tell, I was like, okay, this is some good stuff. I'm going to do country radio.
Yeah, I grew up, I'm 27, so I grew up in the 90s, and that genre that era of country music is just so historical. I mean, the Alan Jackson, the Randy Travis, the Clint Black, all of that is just, I don't think it's ever going to go away because it's so timeless.
Yep, you're
it's
right.
kind of that combination of old school with a little bit of the new age in there too.
Yep, I see some of those names on your website. In fact, people that you've probably, I don't know, your website is so wide it's covering the whole page here, or the whole screen. So I'm looking at Randy Travis, though, Garth Brooks, Josh Turner, and I ask the artist all the time who really inspired you to make this career country music yours, and maybe those are some of the names, but maybe you have some others too.
Well, as you can probably tell, I have a pretty deep voice.
Yeah.
And most of the songs on the radio, as a kid, I couldn't really sing because my voice was always lower than theirs. But people like Josh Turner and Chris Young and Randy Travis and, those types of individuals, they have lower voices, so I could easily sing their songs. And so it made me feel like, hey, maybe this is where I can sing. This is the kind of area that I can fit into. Because, I can't really match Thomas Rhett or Dan and Shay on pitch. They definitely got me beat. But no, Josh Turner is one of my big influences. And fun fact, actually, he just released a music video for his Gosling cover, I Can Tell by the Way You Dance.
Okay.
And I actually am in that music video.
Nice.
He asked for some people to come do some line dancing for him, and that's one of my favorite pastimes. So we went down there and had a good time. Got to meet Josh Turner and the whole thing. But it was a great time, and you can go check that out too.
That's awesome.
One of my lifelong milestones for sure.
I'll have to do that. Now, your country music, love of country music started pretty early. I saw that you picked up the guitar at the age of 13, and your mom's also a high school music teacher.
Yeah, I didn't really have a choice growing up. She was a teacher all throughout my grade school time, and so I was always in music classes, and I actually studied vocal performance for a short time in college. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but typically music majors in college do classical style, and that's not quite country music.
Yeah.
So I had to branch off of that, but I picked up a lot of great techniques as far as the health of your voice. But I was kind of pushed into it that way, and I fell in love with it at a very young age. And I can tell you, I spent numerous hours in my room as a kid learning how to play guitar. And I am so thankful that I did, because I absolutely love country music, and just the freedom that you get that I can't find anywhere else, especially in any other genre.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, it really is three chords and the truth, and the reason I like to do these interviews is because you hear the stories behind the songs, which have their own stories to them, and most of the artists that we interview write their own material. Is that true of you?
It is. So I at least have to have some kind of hand in the music that I write. One of my biggest keys as an artist is I want to be authentic with the people that listen to my music, and what better way to be authentic than have part of the story that you're listening to. So I do some solo writes. A few of the songs I've released have been solo writes, but I do a lot of co-writes as well. But I like to have some sort of personal experience in every song that I write. That way, when these types of situations come up, I could be like, well, that was just an idea we had. No, it was actually a part of my life that I lived, or stories that I've been told through my life about people that are close to me.
Yeah. And for a young man at 27 years old, you know, to be able to do that, you know, I mean, that's pretty awesome, because you probably haven't had a lot of life experiences, but maybe you have. I don't know. You know, it just depends on how fast people mature. I'm the oldest of 5 boys. I matured really fast, so I had those life experiences real early.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's more of a, you know, I like to think that I don't have a lot of life experience, but every single day, every person on this earth is gaining life experience. And especially when the whole lockdown thing happened, I said, you know, how am I going to write new music? I'm not living any life experiences. But that's not true. We are living a life experience. And so I did. I sat down and I figured out exactly what was going on in my life, and I wrote a song about it. I wrote a song about how I can't wait to get back to normal. And you know, and it's actually brought me a lot of great inspiration. And I thought it was going to make it even harder. But no, you know, every time I sit down, I try to throw some kind of personal experience into every song that I have.
That is awesome. You know, and I tell this on the radio, one of the reasons I've put the pause button on this show a few times, you know, and took some time off, but I come back this last time because of COVID, you know, and people needing to hear this music that keeps coming from you guys. You know, this indie music is great. I think some of it's better than FM radio. A lot of it's better than FM radio, actually. And it just needed to be heard at a time when, you know, people are tired of streaming shows on Netflix, and, you know, sports shut down. I'm a huge sports fan, and things like that. What a better time to put out fresh new music, and you guys are still making it, still getting in the studios, and I thought, man, we got to keep doing this thing, and so here we are.
Absolutely. You know, it kind of brings people hope. I always say that music is so different than anything else in this world, because it can change your mood in an instant. Yeah. In a lot of ways, it's very hopeful, and I hope, you know, some of the music that I write and play brings joy to people's lives, or maybe it helps them through a difficult time if that's what they're going through, and that makes it worthwhile. You know, we don't get paid any money anyway, but it makes it all worthwhile when the fans actually are able to gather something that's really memorable for them, and that's something that really touches their heart. Yeah.
Now, are you able to, before this whole COVID thing, were you going on the road quite a bit and performing in front of folks?
So I'd performed pretty regularly here in Nashville. I had a couple of home gigs, which means I played there on a weekly basis down on Broadway. And since that happened, that has all been kind of brushed aside, and those were canceled. And I actually had a tour scheduled up in New England back in April. And, of course, that was canceled. So, unfortunately, things have been pretty tough around here since then. But I have dug deep and found that a lot of these suburban areas around Nashville are still doing live music, usually outdoor venues. And I find that they do appreciate the music a bit more, because it's not something that they get as often. But my management team and I have been working really hard. The band and I have been practicing a lot here lately. We're actually looking at heading over to Europe in 2021. That's the big project that we're working on right now. So I've never been, and I'm very excited to get back on the road because I need it in my life. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's we all need that. We're slowly getting it back in Branson, Missouri, and they just passed a mask ordinance for 90 days, and you know, it's really hard. It's weird, you know. You walk into a restaurant with a mask on, you sit down at your table, you take the mask off, you listen to the live music or whatever, and then when you get up and leave, you put the mask back on. And it's like half the time you forget to get that thing. It's in your vehicle, and you got to go back from the parking lot. And
it's a whole nother entity and thing we have to remember. You know, you walk out the door, you're like, okay, phone, keys, wallet, mask.
Yes.
You know, you had to add an extra letter.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny because it's a good form of advertising now, and people are using that. You know, they're putting their logos on there of their companies, and if you're
in bit of merchandise,
yeah, it's another piece of merchandise. If you're in the music business, man, that's another thing that you can sell on your websites and things like that. So I'm seeing a lot of that, and I think that's really cool and innovative. We just got to roll with the punches and change with the times sometimes, don't we?
Of course, absolutely.
Yep. Now, let me ask you this, too. Now, you being in Nashville, and I've been there several times. We've hung out at the Wild Horse Saloon a few times for the Nashville Universe Awards. We absolutely love going to Nashville. You know, are things slowly coming back there yet, or is it still pretty...
Well, the city's under certain ordinances still. I was down there with some friends last night listening to some live music, and typically Nashville is open until 3 o'clock in the morning every single day.
Yeah.
I believe the cutoff now is 11 p.m., so that's a little difficult, especially when people tend to go out a little bit later. But live music has slowly been coming back. Most of Broadway is kind of back to normal as far as when it starts and how it continues, but they have a very strict policy at the moment where you're not allowed to dance in any of the venues. And I don't know if this is just a flashback from the movie Footloose, but it really, I mean, I think it takes away from the experience.
Wow. See, I'm glad I asked that question then, because I kind of knew Nashville wasn't back to where it used to be, you know, and not back to normal yet, but I didn't know that. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty disheartening for sure.
Yep, absolutely. Well, you need to come more to the middle of the country then, because things are opening back up here in Branson. In fact, over in Springfield, Missouri, where I work, there's a place called Southbound Bar and Grill that's already opened back up. They're doing live shows. Their dance floor is open. The food and drink is great, and that's what we miss, man. That association with friends and getting together, and you know, after these long, hard work weeks, and most of us were able to keep our jobs, hopefully, through the pandemic. I know I was, but I always thought that was weird, you know, too, being called essential or non-essential. We're all essential.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
And music is more essential than ever now as well. Well, let me play one of your songs. It's called "Come On Over." Great song. Tell me about this one and what it's about a little bit.
So "Come On Over" is the third song in this project that I've been working with. The project itself is called "Love Hangover," which is a song that I released back in March. And we can talk a little bit more about that later. But the whole project is actually a 6-song EP that I'm releasing single by single, and plan to release the entire thing once again at the end of the project. But "Come On Over" specifically is kind of the climax of the entire project, because it's a story of you know, kind of a love-hate relationship. And it doesn't have to be between lovers. It can be between friends or family. But it talks about how you've had a relationship in your past that was so great, and you just wonder where it all went wrong. And you think back to yourself, well, if I can make it right now, maybe things could be better. Maybe we could make this work. Maybe we can rekindle what we lost. And so the idea of coming on over is, hey, come on over, and we can start over again. We can act like nothing has changed. And the root of it is that's not ever usually the truth. Typically, those bridges have been burned at that point. But it's lessons that we learn. And this is something that I've gone through several times in my life, and I think we have to go through those points to realize where we're supposed to be. So it walks you through kind of a different scenario, and really kind of brings you back at the end. And what's coming next, the next songs that are on their way here in the coming months, are going to play right out of that into kind of happier ending. So I know it's a little bit of a downplay at the end of the song, but the next project or the next song in the project is a little bit more uplifting.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Telling the whole story there. There you go. His name.
Yeah, I want to encourage people to go from the beginning of a project to the end, because I think so many times singles are just tossed out as something to listen to. I want people to dig more. It's like a book or a movie. You don't just watch one scene. You have to watch it from beginning to the end to make sure you understand what it's all about. And I want people to pay attention.
There you go. That's why I started ICTV. I have an indie country television. It's called a TV channel similar to CMT. I play that on the internet. Got 430 plus videos on there around the clock, and I think maybe one of yours is on there. You made a video, didn't you?
I did. I did one for Sunrise. Another one of my songs.
Yep.
Back last summer.
Okay, I believe I have that one on there. I'm searching all the time, and I know that's one of the videos that I saw, and that's how I asked Rachel. I think set up this interview to book you. Yeah, because I thought you were fantastic, and we're real picky around here, but you definitely made the cut, man. I love your sound.
Well, thank you. I'm actually doing a lot of promotions work with the Music Row charts, and I actually found out yesterday that we finally placed on the Music Row chart for the first time, being played on an actual Music Row station out of Texas. And so that's a huge milestone, and hopefully as we continue, that's going to continue to lead to more and more radio plays.
Nice.
So I'm very excited.
Well, we hope so too. And your name, Kyle Elliott, do you get confused a lot with a NASCAR driver or anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of people say, are you a NASCAR driver? It's a combination, obviously, but no, I have 3 first names, so people are always like, well, which is it? Is that a real name or is it not? No, that's actually my birth name. So, but I think it's pretty memorable. Even if you do associate it with NASCAR, that's okay. That kind of goes hand in hand with country music anyway.
So when you ask somebody to come on over, you just have to remind them not at 200 miles an hour, right? Right. Slowly pull into my driveway. All right, Mr. Kyle Elliott, he's on the radio right now with Come On Over, and we'll come back and talk some more on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Just another Friday night in a small town. Home team's away, headed westbound. Ain't nothing to do but just hang around. You can't turn back the hands on a clock. You wanna rewind, you wanna make it stop. Don't miss your chance, you better take your shot. So come on over, so we can do what we do. I got a bottle of wine and a candlelight, girl, I'm setting the mood. I bet you look as pretty as you always do when you walk in the room. You got me acting like a fool, so don't wait no longer. Just come on over. Gotta pass right by your front door, but girl, I can't do it no more. A little hooked on you, yeah, sure was. Remember, girl, giving me the kind of buzz you love to feel. It was something real, it was so real. So come on over, so we can do what we do. I got a bottle of wine and a candlelight, girl, I'm setting the mood. I bet you look as pretty as you always do when you walk in the room. You got me acting like a fool, so don't wait no longer. Just come on over. Just come on over. So come on over, like you used to. That old bottle of wine's empty, and the candles burned out too. There ain't no doubt in my mind, you're just as beautiful as the last time that I saw you. Same old me, same old fool, just trying to get you to come on over. Just come on over. So come on over, so we can do got a bottle of wine and a candlelight, girl, I'm setting the mood. I bet you look as pretty as you always do when you walk in the room. You got me acting like a fool, so don't wait no longer. And I said don't wait no longer. Just come on over. Just come on over.
Kyle Elliott, that is called Come On Over. We absolutely love that one, and you get instant feedback in the chat room on a song, and everybody is digging that one. I love it too. So good job.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, we were talking a little bit off the air in this crazy music business and how, things have been shut down by COVID and they're slowly coming back. The Nashville Universe Awards is something that we attended regularly up until this year. They have it on the even years, but we miss coming to Nashville and going to the Wild Horse Saloon. I love that venue and the history of that big stage that it has, the people that have played there. I didn't really realize it until we went there the first time.
It's got a good tie to the Opry, and that obviously anything with the name Opry on it is has some good history behind it and some great successes. But I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big line dancer, and they have their line dancing lessons down at the Wild Horse Saloon.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Let me ask you too, and I ask this of a lot of artists. If there was an artist, or maybe you can throw us out a few names, either living or who's passed, that you could open for or perform with live on stage, what would a couple of names be?
Well, I think one of my biggest writing influences would probably be Chris Stapleton. The man has just a way with words, and it's just so inspiring. And I hope when I'm his age, I've written just as many great songs as he has. I know, and he went through it the old-fashioned way. He put the hard work in and took the time to actually do every opportunity that he could. I mean, he was with the Steel Drivers, and I'm a bluegrass fan too, so that plays right into it. I can't find any flaws with his writing. So as far as writing goes, I think that would probably be the one that I would choose. Now, as far as performing, I've can't tell you how many country shows that I've been to. But as far as like the actual performance, I think the best performance I've ever seen, and I think I would just stand there in awe the entire time, would be Keith Urban.
Wow.
He puts on a heck of a show. I got to see him this past year at the New Year's Eve Festival in Nashville. Got about 5 feet away with over 250,000 people attending that event.
Wow.
And I can't even fathom playing to a crowd that big. So if I had the chance, that would be probably the one.
Yeah. It's wild that he, being Australian, having an Australian accent, and has had a great run in country music, still having one.
Oh, he is. I mean, when it comes to keeping up with the trends, a lot of artists kind of fall by the wayside and trying to stay relevant without changing who they are. And I think he has just hit it on the head. He just so talented.
Yep.
So talented.
Yep, absolutely. But my first country concert was in the 90s. I saw Tracy Lawrence at the Hardy Murphy Coliseum in Ardmore, Oklahoma. David Ball and Wade Hayes opened for him.
Oh, love Wade Hayes. I grew up listening to his cassette tapes.
Oh, yeah. He's good stuff, you know, and when Tracy Lawrence was just coming up in the 90s, there was a lot of music that he didn't have out yet, and he's still making it and putting out some new stuff. Even now he has his own radio show called Honky Tonkin' with Tracy, so I love listening to that, and that's just stuff that got me hooked. It sounds really, really good.
Oh, the great stuff, and it's so timeless. It really is. He's one of those artists that just you can go back and listen to it over and over and over again, and it never gets old. Never gets old.
That's for sure. Now, where can folks find you on social media if they want to purchase some of your singles and get their hands on some of your music?
Well, I made it pretty easy. I tried to go across the entire spectrum with the same name because I know certain artists don't always get on the bandwagon of making sure their social medias are all the same. But as long as you spell it right, that's the big deal. It's so that's THE, and then my first and last name, Kyle Elliott. There's only one because I spell my last name with 2 L's and 2 T's, which I'm pretty sure is the same way they spell it in NASCAR. But it's @the Kyle Elliott on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the above. And my website, just the same, www.thekyleelliott.com. You can see the music videos, all the releases, merchandise, things like that on that website.
Well, that is awesome. We appreciate your time tonight. Doesn't 30 minutes go fast like a NASCAR when you're doing this?
It sure does.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Same here. We had a good time. We appreciate your time, and we will keep playing your music. And tell Rachel Selleck we said hello, and I'll tag her in the playlist tonight and let her be able to click on the interview and share it with everybody as well. We appreciate your time.
I sure will. Big shout out to Scarlet River Management. They are fantastic. And to you all for having me on. I thank you so much. And everybody listening, I hope they've enjoyed it.
We enjoyed it very much. Mr. Kyle Elliott, this is called Sunrise on today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Where I met you in a corner booth, but you already knew, with those black Ray-Bans holding back your hair and that summertime feeling the air. You had that painted on ruby red lipstick and those brown eyes. How could I forget it? We were falling hard and falling fast, but the only thing we could say to that, I was digging on you, you were hitting on me, going everywhere that you wanted to be. You were riding along in my shotgun seat, head to the beach so we could see to see, doing shots of Everclear. You're making my worries disappear, but it was all night, all night, all night, until sunrise. Towel like a miniskirt and your airbrush painted on spring break t-shirt. I took you by the hand, didn't want the night to slip like the grains of sand, and we were lying there with our eyes in the sky. A shooting star would make everything right. We were wishing we could stay there all night, but I was digging on you, you were hitting on me, going everywhere that you wanted to be. You were riding along head to the beach so we can see to see, doing shots of Everclear. You're making my worries disappear, but it was all night, all night, all night, until the sun rise like the tide and washed away our names and footprints and all. It was never the same, and I was holding on to what we had because we knew tonight would be our last. You wanted to be riding along in my shotgun seat, head to the beach so we could see the sea, doing shots of Everclear. You're making my worries disappear, but it was all night, all night, all night, and it was all night, all night, all night, until the
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Trouble with leaving if somebody stays, and the problem with goodbye is it only goes one way. And I'd ride a buck wild Mustang Well, the thing about lonely is there's too much time to think. Like me lying here knowing if it was all up to me, I'd ride a buck wild Mustang, bareback with no reins. I'd take a barefoot walk across Arkansas. I'd spend a month in the desert just to be one night in Tulsa, for one night in Tulsa. Well, I'm running on empty like never before, and I miss Oklahoma, but I miss you more. And I'd ride a buck wild Mustang, bareback with no reins. I'd take a barefoot walk across Arkansas. I'd spend a month in the desert just to be together for one night in Tulsa, for one night in Tulsa. Just one night in Tulsa. Just one night in Tulsa.
Her name is Kylie Frey from the great state of Oklahoma. Or no, actually, she's from Texas. The song is about Oklahoma. One Night in Tulsa. Great Texas artist, Kylie Frey. It's F-R-E-Y. Absolutely love that song. And you're right, Rusty, it is not overproduced, and she's got the vocals to pull that off, too. Absolutely love it. Well, I'll tell you what, thanks for spending one night with me, by the way, and you can do that again next week. I'll be on the air Thursday and Friday with 2 more great interviews each night. We hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time, live from my basement studio in Branson, Missouri. That's where all this great music comes from. You never knew that, did you? Just by clicking the mouse, it just happens. That's right. No, absolutely not. You can send MP3s if you want to get on this radio station to indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. I'd be glad to listen to them, and if they make the cut, we will let you know, and let you know the show link and all that kind of good stuff, and you can tune in and hear yourself on the radio. We're going to hear Mr. Darren Morris right now. He's another great Texas artist. He is from Gilmer, Texas. This is called Turn Back Time from the Darren Morris Band on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
A year ago today that I turned and walked away. I left you standing there on that front porch all alone. And not a day has gone by I haven't asked myself why I didn't stay right there and wrap you in my arms. Girl, how could I have ever been so blind? If I could turn back time, then you would still be mine. All those hopes and dreams and in between, locked up tight with 2 gold rings. And every breath would be better than the next. All in all, my life would be just fine if I could turn back time. When I saw you on the town with him, I realized what a fool I'd been. That should be me with you at the table set for 2. In that moment when your eyes met mine, I could see we both went back in time. I could feel that spark, I know you felt it too. If I could turn back time, then you would still be mine. All those hopes and dreams and in-betweens, locked up tight with 2 gold rings. And every breath would be better than the rest. All in all, my life would be just fine. If I could turn back, a time to reap and a time to sow. We both had some room to grow. Now it's time to leave the past behind. A time to break and a time to mend. I'm not the man I was back then. Let's take a chance and give this one more try. If I could turn back time, then you would still be mine. All those hopes and dreams and in-betweens, locked up tight with 2 gold rings. And every breath would be better than the rest. You and me side by side, but I blew it with my foolish pride. All in all, my life would be just fine if I could turn back time. If I could turn back time. Oh, baby.
This hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by OutHouseTickets.com, helping save the small venues. Small event venues have been entirely shut down due to COVID-19. Countless people have lost 100% of their income overnight. It's not only the performers and producers that are affected, thousands of jobs rely on the small venues to survive. Why not donate a few dollars today to help save the small venues and keep live music alive? Visit OutHouseTickets.com to donate today and save the small venues.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
If these walls could talk, I know what they'd say. Man, you must be crazy for letting her leave that way. You should pick up the phone, beg her to turn back. Can't you see that she's the best thing that you've ever had? Don't be a fool, throw out your pride. Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life, and that you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are, 'cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, well, that's what they say. You should take a look around at the memories you've made. Now, was it all for nothing? Was it all done in vain? Oh, you can turn out the lights, you can try to hide the pictures. Oh, but tomorrow's gonna come, and believe me, man, that you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are. 'Cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, yeah, that's what they say. Pride. Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life. That you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are. 'Cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, well, that's what they say.
Formerly from the state of Nebraska, now living in Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Reggie Shaw, and If These Walls Could Talk. That is a great song, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us. Welcome to hour number 2 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best by indie artists. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com. Thank you to Henry Archuleta and his staff for letting us put this country music program on there. You can catch this particular program Monday at 11 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and we're having a good time so far, so you guys out there in Radio Land, enjoy the rest of the show. I got Mr. Don Swartz from Southern Trace Songwriters coming up in about 20 minutes. We're going to have a good time chatting with him. Until then, let's get you back into more great country music. This next artist charted 9 number 1 singles with her old record label Curb Records. Now she has her own independent record label called Dreambound Records. She's the one, the only Miss Jody Messina. This is called Love on a Maybe from Jody Messina on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Say, don't be mad at you, but what am I supposed to do? I can't keep wasting space in my heart. You get close and then you push away. Your car is back in my
taped to that chair over there. Is this gonna get us in some trouble?
I'll go get some ice. Tons of music, and nothing but music. Butt music. I love the butt music, baby.
Someone's gonna lose their job over this, and it ain't gonna be me.
We're rolling through non-stop new country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Here comes that moon again, just like an old friend. And there's a choir of crickets and they're singing those summer hymns. And nothing beats the sight of the mountains on a July night, and the way that silver light knows all the right places to shine. Tomorrow will be perfect weather, we should hit the river. There's no better time to start living the sweet life, rolling in sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple thanks for hours on end. Right about sundown, we lay on the ground, count on the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life? Out on Lofton Road, out past the crooked corn roads, Grandma's porch light glows, we're all gonna go to smell that bonfire burn. We should all take a turn, singing every song we remember and some we've never learned. And the beauty of it is when this day ends, we'll just do it again, living the sweet life, rolling in sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple thanks for hours on end. Right about sundown, we lay on the ground, count on the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life? These long drawn out days won't stay around forever, so let's make them count so we can talk about them all winter. Living the sweet life, rolling in sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple thanks for hours on end. Right about sundown, we lay on the ground as we count on the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life? Yeah, ain't it a sweet life? Ain't it a sweet life?
He is a fellow Missourian. He is Mr. Tate Stevens, my good buddy, your 2016 Nashville Universal Awards Male Vocalist of the Year, and he won Single of the Year for that song right there called Sweet Life. It is a sweet song. Well, I'll tell you what, this next artist is going to relive some memories for us from about 5 years ago, and Mr. Don Swartz and yours truly going to talk about that coming up here shortly as well. Mr. Tony Corrales with the Tony Corrales Band. This is called Fight for Your Love from a great award show we did about 5 years ago, getting to meet Tony. Right now he's on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
I still open doors for you, baby. Give you a kiss goodnight. And even when things turn out wrong, I do my best to make it right. You used to leave little notes, I'd find them throughout my day. I wanna be your one and only. but lonely. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. I miss you when you're gone, even just for the day. All the beauty I still see in you just takes my breath away. You used to walk up behind and wrap your loving arms around me. I wanna be your one and only. I see you're in love, but lonely. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. Baby, I'm gonna fight to make this house a home. And I'm sorry I made you feel so alone. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down. No, 'cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. No.
Today's country.
So don't get caught in the flame of desire. She builds you up higher and higher, and then she runs.
Just to feel that way again and bring the fire back in, like the picture on the wall.
We got the hits. All the hits. Today's country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Friday night, the boys are back in town. Put the feelers out to see who's around. 50 is the limit, but 100's what I'm hitting. Roll up to the water where the diesels are sitting. High beams up as the sun goes down. Take me away to that place that's just down the road. Take me out of the city in the 9 to 5 where the dirt shines like gold. That place where everybody feels it in their soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll.
a tough day, time for a beer. Truck pulls up, dust in the mirror. Going to the party and with tailgate sitting. Kegs in the back and the cups keep tipping. Fire's picking up and we're all just yelling. Take me away to that place that's just down the road. Take me out of the city in the 9 to 5 where the dirt shines like gold. That place where everybody feels it in their soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll. Where everybody sure feels good. That back road ride, just feeling. Tuck back in the woods. Take me away to that place that's just down the road. Take me out of the city in the 9 to 5 where the dirt shines like gold. That place where everybody feels it in their soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll. Right down that road. Where the dirt shines like gold. Deep in our soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll. 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 Take me away to that place where the good times roll.
They are Vancouver, British Columbia's finest. They are Me and May. Their manager, Clyde Hill, live in our chat room right now, former manager of Nickelback. Hey, have you watched the Kansas City Chiefs lately, Clyde? We got us a quarterback, right? Patrick Mahomes. Well, I'm in my own Mahomes right now in my basement, and that's where all this great live music is coming from. We're going to be talking to Mr. Don Swartz from Southern Trace Songwriters out of Nashville, Tennessee, right after this next song. Mr. Matt Stell. This is called Everywhere, but on. It's on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
It's a big old world outside this little town. Thought that's all I needed to drown you out. It was gonna be easy. It was supposed to be easy. Put some days, put some miles in the rear view. A few state lines between me and you. Just a little space and time and I'd be fine. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I've moved everywhere but on. My mail's still going to Mama's house, 'cause I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you, and why I still think about you. Just biding my time, making ends meet, loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete, planning my next move, but getting over you, yeah. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. If I had it my way, this old highway would've fixed me up somehow, would've led me home by now. Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you and looking back. Guess there's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. I moved everywhere but on.
His name is Matt Stell. That is called Everywhere But On, and you can check out the video to that one on ICTV-IndieCountryTelevision.net. Tonight we are on the radio, though. Radio and television, we got you covered, but we've got Mr. Don Swartz with us from Southern Trace Songwriters, and we've known each other for about 5 years or so now, and great to have you with us tonight. Don, how you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend, and it's so good to catch back up with you, and we'll talk about some old times and new times and some good times.
Absolutely. Well, when we first met, we were just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, in a town called Eagleville, Tennessee, at the Samaria Plantation, an old Civil War plantation, and man, that was a beautiful time we had. Did a great show out there, and just sit there and looked on the old front porch back there, or the back porches, and we just had the time of our lives. I'll never forget that.
I won't either, man. Of course, you remember we had Darren Morse was there.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember Carly Rogers.
Yep.
Carly?
We're friends on Facebook. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, that young lady is hit the road, and as I say, no grass has grown under her boots, man. I met her when she was 17. She just moved here from actually Vermont, up around Ron's place. And anyway, she's. If anybody's keeping up with her, if you have not heard of her, check her out. That girl, she's a hard worker, and good things are happening to her. But again, she's very talented, and that's why I'm very blessed to have worked with many, many young artists and even older artists, writers, and musicians and everything throughout my career. And man, I get up every day and say, how cool is this, brother?
Yeah,
I do.
Yep, and you've been doing this for quite some time. Tell us how you got started in this crazy music business, as we call it.
How much time we have?
We got at least 30. We got an hour and a half here. We're good.
Well, you know what? I can sure fill it in. No, really, respectfully, to try to make a long story short, I was a director of operations for a Learjet charter service, and that was in Louisville, Kentucky, at Stanford Field. And a gentleman out of Nashville bought the company out, and I was 24 years of age at the time, and basically he wanted the operation to move to Nashville, and I said, well, thank you, but I'm a Kentucky boy, blue and true and blue, and I'm not coming down. Well, back and forth, and he asked me to come down just for a day to kind of talk things over. And I said, sure, I don't have anything to lose. So I came down, and he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Made the move down here officially in 1986. And then probably maybe 10 months went by. We had 64 pilots, 27 planes in our fleet. We were one of the largest charter services in the eastern part of the country. And we all came in. We got paid every 2 weeks. And on Friday, we all came in as usual. And they said, don't come in on Monday.
Wow.
So there's no job. So the one thing that's so cool about all this and how it worked out was that throughout the years in the charter service, I met a lot of the industry people, Winona and Naomi, the Judds, Hank Jr., I can go on and on. We just had many casual conversations like we are right now. And so in essence, when there was no job and I had just basically officially moved here within the year, I looked around and I'm like, what am I going to do? And I thought, well, I'm here and I'm staying.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took my air traffic controller test, passed it. They wanted me to go to Puerto Rico for 2 years. And I said, thank you, but no thank you. So they kept it on hold for a little while. And anyway, with the encouragement of many friends and family, through whom I met in the industry, they just basically said, man, come on in. You're good with people. You love music, and that's for sure. It's been in my blood since I was a child. And so anyway, that's how the music side of things got in my life.
Awesome. Well, you work with some of the best, and we've been knowing you for a long time, and you've going to be sending us some artists, and I'm going to be interviewing one of them, Dee Dee O'Malley. She's live in the chat room right now, and Michael Lusk, great talents. And I look forward to that interview, and I'd have to look at my schedule real quick to see when we're going to do it, but it's coming up, so you guys want to stay tuned, and you can check out the live interview schedule on our website at indiecountrytelevision.net. It is on there, and it is updated. So.
Yeah, that's actually that'll be October 29th is what I have down.
There you go.
I believe the interview you're going to do, Tim, is going to be around 8:30 that evening, Central Time.
Thank you for that. I have to look at that all the time to remind myself of everything. So.
Oh well, it's as we say, multitasking.
Yes, yep. And we love being busy, don't we? And boy, this time of the year in 2020 with all this COVID stuff going on, we feel for the artists that aren't as busy as they want to be, don't we?
Oh my goodness, it's been it's just to say it's been a year.
Yeah.
From everybody, and I feel so sorry for these young writers and musicians and artists and people in the industry. I mean, we're totally shut down, respectfully. I heard Kyle was talking a little earlier. He comes to the outskirts of town where I am, outside of Nashville. And yeah, there's a few places that are allowing acoustic shows to go on out as long as it's outside and at these restaurants. But basically, they're asking 3 to 4 hours of sets, and $10 an hour kind of thing. And there's some they're paying a few more dollars, but that's not going to pay the bread and butter bill for an electric bill for us in the industry. So we're looking. I've been speaking of Poppy Iris is the duo working with Dee Dee and Mike and Cindy out in L.A. and we have not stopped. I mean, it's. I have to say that Dee Dee and they just and Mike and Cindy, they just daily, constantly, just really the writing. We're conference calls. We're looking at what we can do. I thought I'm going to be real smart here and take off and see what we can do in Europe and Asia, actually. And we're still going to do that, but as I'm making my connections and some of my old friends and everything, come to find out, we as Americans were not allowed into any of the countries, and now I understand they're starting to spike over there as well. So so much for that idea for the moment. Now that's down the road and for the future, but as of right now, we just have to keep watching and waiting and pray that this moves on out. So we need people to gather, and that's what it's about for these artists. Live shows, it's just the energy, man. You just get pumped, and that's where the money is. What little of it there is, that's where it is for us today.
Yeah, absolutely. We did an award show 5 years ago, it's been, and boy, it don't seem like it's been that long, but time sure flies. When we were with another radio station called Music Road Radio, that was the first station that I started on, and working with a good friend, Ron Reed, out of Vermont. And you helped him and us put this thing together in Eagleville, Tennessee on April the 18th of 2015. I'll never forget it. And we had the time of our lives at that show. It was a catered food event, formal dress. We met so many great people that we are still friends with to this day. And I made a video about it, and that video is almost 9 minutes long. And every time I look at it, it just brings back those memories. I got that banner that everybody was standing in front of on the red carpet rolled up in my garage in a box, and I'll treasure that forever. And Ron let me keep that, and got just so many good memories of meeting you and Sheila, your lovely wife, and all those artists that we got to hang out with.
Absolutely, man. That was the day. That was a highlight of my life for sure, in my career, and I treasure it and look forward to many other events like that. You and I kind of tried to catch up here a little bit in the last month or so, months, and we're talking about, you're up in Branson or near Branson, and come next year, pray that let's say the middle of next year that things kind of opened up. maybe we can look at doing something else like that.
Absolutely. You know, I've talked about that for a long time. I want to do something that doesn't have an award show involved in it, but that's a lot of work putting together. And, you know, we talked about how it kind of fuels artist competition, and you put a voting poll up and the artists just flock to it. I don't want to do any of that, but I do want to do some live music stuff, you know, maybe like a Summerfest type 3-day event at a campground, a big campground or something where, you know, we could just have hour sets of different artists come up there and play their music and just have a good time. Lots of food vendors there, lots of food. Somehow we'll fix that. You know, I can cook. I don't care. Whatever it takes, there's going to be food there. Let me tell you.
Well, you know, absolutely, and we'll definitely we'll keep that on the back burner for right now. But you know, that's what we'll be looking at. And, you know, all these artists. You know, you're talking about. You know, we were talking about Darren Morse. That he was part of that down there, and Carly and everything else. But there's so many, man. That, you know, from Dustin Craig to, I can just, you know, go on and on and on. You know, Dawson Stegall, this young man I'm working with right now. He's 7, or he just turned 18. I'm talking old school country, man. He is the real deal. He's actually writing with some big people, and we'll see. It takes time, especially now that this is going on with the virus and all that. It's going to be it's going to be down the road. So, But I've got a good friend I want to shout out to is Rusty Inns. He's on the, I think he's in live chat as well. And Lula, hello, my love. We love you. And I want to kind of get that out of the way real quick before we get into all that. But, you know, Rusty's been playing music since he was a young man, very young man, and they're still cranking him out. Now, if you like the blues, then he's the band. Hillbilly Hoodoo, man. You want to check him out. But, you know, back to AJ, she's over in Canada. You know, I have so many. Liz Moriando, she's actually near you in Branson. She lives in Missouri.
Okay.
Lise, and Crystal King. That was a great interview the other night.
Oh yeah.
And last night, man, I really enjoyed that interview with Sugarcane Jane, Anthony, and Savannah, and man, that's what it's about, you know, for us to be able to sit back here and the fans, and I'm a fan of everybody, you know, all genres of music, my friend, all genres of music.
Yeah, me too. On the countryside, you know, we try to keep the station country, and we get away from it a little bit. You know, some of this Americana music sounds country to me, and different, you know, things that we've played that, you know, are just kind of out of the box, but I love it. And I just love putting good music on the radio. You know, I don't care about the money and the marketing and all that stuff, you know, and the deep pockets that if these artists don't have it, they don't get the radio airplay. You know, and when we met some of the folks out there in Eagleville, I remember, you know, one specifically, Mr. Tony Corrales, who I just played a little bit ago, you know, coming up to our table where we're sitting, and he just got on his knees literally and thanked us for playing them on the radio. You know, it was just, you know, and he's a star, man, in his own right. I mean, you know, and he's taken some time off, and he's got a full-time job, and, you know, it's just for one reason or another, you know, he just hasn't made a full-time career in music, but we wish him all the best, and he needs to be. He needs to be.
Yeah, no, very talented, and that's again, you know, looking throughout the years and all the folks. You remember Tony? Not Tony, but we were just talking about Tony, but Tori Wilson.
Tori Wilson.
You played one of her songs last night, and she was 14 at that time. Yeah. And I was in the studio with them when they laid down the tracks for her. And, you know, she's gone her own direction, and the music, you know, at 14, your mind changes, your directions go every which direction at that age. But, you know, but so many talented folks out there, Tim, as you well know. I mean, we get calls daily, not so much in the past weeks or months because of the virus, because everybody's just kind of holed up and trying to figure it out. But I believe that that's not too far down the road, and when things will open back up. And probably the biggest concern I have is doing what I do is the market's going to get flooded, you know, with so many talented musicians and artists and writers that when it opens up, the festivals and the, you know, even over in Europe and everywhere, it's just we're gonna get swamped. So you know, but that's just we'll weave our way through that and make it happen.
Yep, absolutely. You know, I'm still friends with Tori's mom, Trina, and every time I play Tori, I tag her in it to a slight reminder of, hey, this girl's still got talent. You know, anytime she wants to get back in the studio and make a record or a song, you know, some singles, you know, let her do it.
Absolutely.
She can definitely sing, and you know, and that's why we do what we do, and we've been doing it for so long. You know, I'm on my 8th year of doing this now, and love the new artist. And it just kind of happened. You know, we started out playing. Craig Campbell was one of the first artists that we played before he got his record deal. Actually, on Music Road Radio, we were playing him, and you know, and then, you know, we was playing the mainstream country, the Brantley Gilberts, Tyler Farr, and all those guys were just getting going. But then these indie artists started coming to us and saying, hey, would you play my song on the radio? And me and Ron started listening to it, and it was so good. And he goes, you can see where this is going, can't you, brother? And I said, yeah, we're going to start doing this just full time.
Absolutely.
And that's how it happened. And KICR Radio is a spin-off of Music Road Radio. You know, he wanted to retire for a little bit and do some other things, and I wasn't quite done, so I thought, well, I'm going to start my own. So here we are.
Well, I want to compliment you before we get off the air tonight, and I want everybody to hear this, that your interviews and your sets, your music choices are very good, my friend. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that, and to listen in, man, because these artists, that's what it's about. Totally.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I told Kyle Elliott, the previous artist I just interviewed, we're very picky around here. Eight out of the 10 songs that I get probably don't make the cut. You know, right. and I know in 30 seconds if it's going to go on the radio, and I can tell just by the hook of a song a lot of times, and I know what kind of vocals are going to come behind it when I hear that. You know, just the production and how well they do that part of it. You know, these artists work hard in putting a hit song together. It doesn't just happen overnight for a lot of them. No. They'll tell you it does on the writing end of it, maybe, that they wrote that song overnight or in 30 minutes or whatever.
Exactly.
But they didn't put it together production-wise in 30 minutes, and there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Behind the scenes, my friend.
Yep. And how they do it in 3 or 4 minutes and wrap that up and tell these great stories, and then they put videos to it. So I started a video channel a couple of years ago because I thought, man, there's some good acting out there too, you know.
Absolutely.
And to put everything in motion. You've been a part of a couple of video shoots too. I know back in the day we had the Cosmic Girls we were hanging out with, you know, years ago, and they did a Ford commercial, and that turned out fantastic.
Yeah, it did. You know, we actually, it's one of those things that's basically still on hold, believe it or not. That's been 4.5 years ago, which is actually not that uncommon in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone will pick it up. But we did for the F-150 pickup truck. The Ford company just loved it. Of course, you know, you're waiting for their budgets, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know, it's one of those things that you don't sit back and wait on it, but you just all of a sudden you'll get a phone call, man. And, you know, it's usually good stuff. So
there's something I wanted to ask you that we've never talked about that I just thought of too. You know, a lot of the artists that we play have been on these talent shows, major ones like NBC's The Voice, on Blake's Team, American Idol, America's Got Talent. What is your take on those? And would you ever advise an artist to maybe try out for one of those to get some kind of recognition and get their name out there in the industry?
Well, you know, it's I have to walk a fine line here and be very careful. But, you know, absolutely. I've actually got many artists that I've worked with and do work with that have been on The Voice, Team Blake, American Idol, all of them. Probably the most important thing to me is, in general, get the recognition any way you can. And that is TV. You know, you're working with Blake Shelton and Adam Levine and all these guys and Kid Rock, and so you can't go wrong. The thing about it is, in my opinion, that you get out there and let's say you win, and then you're locked into contracts that are pretty tough, my friend, and so you have to be prepared for that. That's the only thing that I have to say, and if it's negative, it's that, is to be prepared for the, what you're getting locked into, and how many we saw? Well, Miranda Lambert, I believe she came through. I forget which one, but
yep, Nashville Star. She finished third, I believe.
Yep. Allison Bray, I don't know if you all remember her, but she just, I met her when she was 14, and we discussed that, and she got on, and she made almost to the end with on Team Blake. And there's, oh my goodness, I hadn't thought about it in a while, but what's her name? Eisenhower, Millie Eisenhower.
Mm-hmm.
And they've really done very well. But in talking to them, and after it's all said and done, a lot of them they're reserved, about it. It's just kind of like, well,
yeah,
it just didn't quite pan out the way I thought it would.
Yeah.
But that's that life in general, man. You get up every day and go.
Exactly. Lula Bradbury, listening to us from Indianapolis, she has turned me on to so many good artists that, and some of them were on The Voice, like Holly Tucker in that song I've been playing called Dallas on Your Boots. I absolutely love it. And I didn't really watch a whole lot of that season. Did a little research on her, come to find out that she got beat out by the Swan Brothers, who ended up getting a record deal, and they've done quite well in country music. But she's got some talent herself, and if she decides to keep making music, she needs to, and the singles that she's put out are absolutely wonderful. And we got Jake Worthington from LaPorte, Texas. I had the pleasure of interviewing him, and we met him in Springfield, Missouri at a gig he did about 1.5 years ago. And then Cassie Joy from Kansas City, Missouri. That girl should have won The Voice. Blake even voted her off and sent her home. But, those things happen, like you said, and you got to be ready for that. But they still are making great original music, and we love playing them on the radio, and they need to be heard.
Absolutely. And again, that's what I was saying, and that's what I am saying, is that anything in any way that you can get your name, your work out there, I'm for it. So, again, it's just knowing that the contracts and that kind of thing, they're not usually prepared for what that means.
Yeah.
And so you have to take that in consideration. Are you willing to, and pray you win, and then you're willing to be locked in for many years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, artists tell me all the time, I did an interview a couple of weeks ago with Wes Brown, and he said that, he would rather stay independent because he's in control of how he wants to do things. And these artists are entrepreneurs, just like you're an entrepreneur doing what you do. It better than working for the company that tells you Monday you don't have a job. You're in control of that, and you're in control of your own paycheck. So I think that's a better situation all the way around, don't you?
Yeah, I do, absolutely. And I my wife will attest to this, that I've many years and over the many years said, if this does not work, I can't point the finger at anyone but myself.
Yeah.
And these young ones coming up today, if I can stress anything to any of them, I say young ones, any artist, any writer, live it, eat it, breathe it daily. It's not next month. It's not next year. It's every single day. And things don't always work out, but you have to say and be committed, or you're going to be, as I say, you're going to be a dime a dozen. There's so many talented ones out there that just think the stars should line up, and it doesn't. I can't say it hasn't ever happened, but I can say that that's not how it gets done. And here's the other thing, Tim, is that I don't care what industry or what business you're in. If you work hard, generally good things work out. So that's my philosophy is just get up and go, man.
Yep.
Don't slow down.
There was a gentleman that I always looked up in radio who was doing his thing back in the 80s on a top 40 countdown. His name's Casey Kasem, and his famous statement at the end of the show was, keep your feet on the ground, but keep reaching for the stars. And these artists, they're reaching for the stars, all right. They want to be one, and when they get that in them, and country music's in their blood, like Kyle Elliott just told us in the previous interview, there's nothing's going to stop them. they're going to do that whether their family, supports them or not. Because sometimes, and I ask that question on every interview almost, they don't always have that, and that's a sad thing. And they really have to push themselves even further, doing it by themselves.
Absolutely. That's the thing. And, back in the old days when I first got in the industry, I was knocking on doors, man, the labels' doors, and, MCA Records, Sony, all of them, man, and Warner Brothers. And the point is the doors would open and you could go in and talk about the artists and the writers that you have, that you're pitching. It's not that way anymore. And this industry, literally, probably in the last, even you'll attest to this, 7-8 years, maybe going back 10, it's really sped up. That things change, monthly kind of thing, daily kind of thing, and you have to stay on top of what's going on. CDs, what? There's new vehicles don't even have the CD players in
Yeah,
so,
I was just talking about that in a couple of interviews ago. I bought a new pickup in March, and it doesn't even have a CD player in it. And of course, I told him I'm not going to subscribe to Sirius XM. I'm on the radio. I'm not going to pay to listen to the radio, which doing what I do, I wish people would, but I don't care. I'll do this for free. I've done it for 8 years. I have a full-time job. This is a passion of mine and one of the best hobbies I've ever had. I love being on this part of the radio because I'm in control of what gets programmed here, and we call this station New Country's Best for a reason, and every time I push the play button, I think it gets better and better, and I look forward to the days off I have from my full-time paying gig so I can research and find more of these indie artists. It's funny, several years ago, I started living in this indie underground world of finding this kind of music and these people that, nobody's ever heard of, and before they make it big, or if they ever make it big, their songs are good enough to be on the radio, and that's what the ones that I love picking.
Yes, and I agree totally with you. I have so many files over all these years, and I look back, there's days, especially I have quite a bit of time right now, I'll look back through the files, some of the files, and go, oh my Lord, just what a talent, and they're they're working at Amazon or somewhere, it's just, and that's what's, you think about it today, like I was saying, talking about AJ, she's out of Canada, and she's done many shows for me, and the people just love her. She's such a talent, but she's also personable. They feel like they've known her all their life, and that's what what you want to present to the people. They feel they want to get close to you, and when you have that personality to welcome them in, you have to keep your distance, but I'm saying, welcome them in. They feel like you're friends, and that's what it's about. Long story short, back when I first got in the industry, that's when Garth, Alan Jackson, Randy Travis, Clint Black, Reba McEntire, Travis Tritt, they all came out basically at the same time, not exactly, but over the next year or so. And I'm watching and listening and ran and met him. George Strait, another one, I met him many times when he was first getting started. And, I'm sitting there watching these folks, going to the shows and meeting them, hanging out and stuff. And I'm listening. They all did very well in their own way. But Garth stood out. And he not only vocals, because I think Alan Jackson's got his superior vocals as well. All of them do. But Garth took that to the next level. There's stories of him, in hours after a performance, would not quit signing autographs until the last one was signed. And I thought to myself, that's it. There you go. There's your foundation, brother.
Yeah. Yep. We had an artist not too long ago by the name of Don Woods from the state of Texas, got signed by Sony, and he showed on Facebook doing a live that, him signing that record deal. And that's what the guy from Sony said. He said, we're not looking so much as for the album that he's going to make and the music, but how he can perform in front of the folks, and the fans, and put on a show. And that stage performance is the number one thing they're looking at. And Garth, I just heard an interview he did just the other day. I mean, when he puts out a concert, it is sold within minutes, sold out.
Absolutely. Yep.
and that's the reason, is because of the performances that he does.
Did you see, this was a couple of years ago, did you see him? He was out in Vegas and did a 2-hour acoustic show. And I watched it completely, the entire set. And he had the audience from the get-go. Do you know how hard that is to have play acoustic guitar?
Wow.
And literally for 2 hours, mind you, was up talking to the people, singing and playing his songs. But he interacted so much, man, and I just went there again. That's why. And if a lot of the young ones, a lot of artists ask me, and I said, man, just do your thing. Be up there. Be honest. Be straightforward, and enjoy what you're doing. It is a job. Every day's not cool, man. Like I said, but how blessed are you to be up in front of people and they're listening to your work and your vocals and everything. That's a God-given talent, man.
Yep, it sure is. And I tell you, I listened to an interview that Al Roker from the Today Show did with Willie Nelson way before this COVID started. It was last year, towards the end of last year, but he was sitting with him on his tour bus, and he said, what would you like your legacy to be? And Willie Nelson said, I just want folks to remember me for, putting on a good show and that they got their money's worth. And Shelley just said in our chat room she remembers the days when Reba McEntire in a concert would do like 8 costume changes. That's giving the fans their money's worth right there.
That's Reba.
Yeah,
she's a sweetie.
So,
I met her many times. Barbara Mandrell, the Mandrell sisters. Lord, I could go on and reminisce. Someday I've been asked to write a book about all the interactions that I've had in life. I've met, gosh, man. Way on back to Andy Williams one time. My mother was a big fan, and I was coming through the lobby, and he was sitting there all by himself, and I knew who he was, and I didn't want to disturb him, and was walking by, and he said, excuse me, would you mind sitting down? And I'm like, okay. And I sat down, and he said, I got an hour before the next flight, before my flight leaves. He said, I just like someone to talk to. So I sat and chatted with Andy Williams for over an hour, but it's stuff like that, man. Just Hank Jr., we never did get to go fishing, but, it's one of those things. He said, come on, man, you got to go up to with me to Paris, Tennessee, man. You got to go up there to, land between the legs. We got to go fishing, and stuff like that. So it's cool.
My brother was Andy Williams' TV producer for a couple of years, did a lot of commercials for him, and especially his Christmas shows. They were huge in Branson. We sure miss Andy here. I never got to meet him, but somebody that I did get to meet that used to perform at Andy's Theater was Paul Revere from Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Oh, my, yeah.
And, before Paul passed away, they sure put on a great show, and I'm friends with Darren Dowler still to this day. They call him Baby Raider. And, just a great talent. And he's putting on shows. He's been doing stuff on cruise ships and just traveling the world. But, it's sure neat to, look back at your life and say, man, I knew them way back when, if they ever do hit it big.
Sure, man. And you know what? A lot of these talented artists out there today, again, I raise my hat to them, man. I mean, none of us have ever gone through what we're going through right now, and you just hang in there, man, because it'll open up, and it will. So
absolutely. Well,
I've got a question for you, real quick.
Go ahead.
What about this rubber band? You gonna try to slingshot your way into the industry?
I think so. Yeah, I told Clyde Hill in the chat room I'm starting a band. It's a rubber band, but he thinks I need to be in a rubber room. So I don't know. He gives me all kinds of grief on Facebook. He sends me stuff way late in the night, so I have to turn my phone off, man.
Well, real quick, you know what? I got a riddle for everybody that's on in the chat room right now, and I want to say this and let them ponder this for a while. Maybe they've heard it, maybe they haven't, but I had a great time with this over the last couple of days with some of my friends and folks and stuff. And here it is. So there's 30 cows in a field, 28 chickens. How many didn't?
You got me.
I'm going to let them ponder it a little while, and I'll be on live chat. But again, 30 cows in a field, 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Okay.
We'll let them think about that one.
I think I've heard that, but I can't remember the answer to it. So I won't give it away either if it comes to me.
Yeah, well, that's fine. But no, in all seriousness, you know, you got all these jokes.
You're talking to me. There is no seriousness.
Well, let me retract that statement. No, but I do love you, my brother. I really do, man. And seriously, there's a lot of things that for the future for all of us to be looking forward to, and you know, it's just we just keep going, and you know, fans like Lula. I mean, my goodness, she has been there thick and thin through all of this, all these years, and still there. I love her, Sheila, and I love her very much. And also, real quick, I want to kind of talk a little bit more about Poppy Irish. You know, that's Dee Dee and Mike Lusk and again Cindy Walkoff and all that. You know, they're just such hard workers, and they've been in the industry for a while. But you know, we have to roll with the punches. We have to ride the wave, and that's what they're doing. That's what we are doing, and we want to just let everybody know, no matter what genre or whatever it is, country, you know, that's in my blood. But go after it.
Yeah.
Don't look back 50 years, 30 years, and say if only. You know. Yeah. No regrets, man. Go after it. And that's what they're doing. That's what we're doing. You know, Dee Dee, I always love it because, you know, back when I was young, I mean, I loved all music. My mom on weekends was Saturdays. I listened to Bobby Vinton. That's what she listened to. It was Bobby Vinton, the Platters, and oh my goodness, I'd go on and on. The Stylistics. But Sunday, my dad worked 6 days a week, but Sunday came around, and then it was Marty Robbins, Hank Williams Sr., and so on and so forth. So, you know, I got such a diverse group in music that it was just unbelievable, and I love it all. Doobie Brothers, I was 8 years old, raked leaves all day, got my 39 cents, bought a little 45 RPM record, and it was Listen to the Music by the Doobie Brothers. Wow. And, you know, so,
love it.
Yeah. So,
yep.
Hi, Brenda.
Yep, she just popped in here. She's been back in the bedroom there listening to the show, so she's hiding out. I'm down here in the basement. But you know, the biggest thing that we want to gain when we're doing this radio thing, and you told me you know, before that you've got a lot of friends in radio. We just want people to listen. If we think our programming's as good as we know it is, and we just want everybody else to be on that same page, and we just want listeners to tune in. And the reason I do this is because I know this music needs to be heard. And whether they can listen for the, you know, an hour or 2 hours or the whole 3-hour show, it doesn't matter. If they, you know, if we touch somebody by just a couple of songs, you know, a lot of these artists that you talked about, you know, 1 or 2 songs that they made stood the test of time. And, you know, Alan Jackson's and the George Straits, obviously not a one-hit wonder. George Strait's got 60 number ones. That'll never probably even happen again. But these artists touch people's lives by their music, and that's what an on-air personality with a radio station wants to do, is touch somebody's lives every time they push the play button in a nice way. And we do it in the chat room too. This is a family-style chat room. You can feel the love in here on Thursday and Friday every time I log in, and I appreciate you for coming back to it and you know, getting that all kind of help going again, man. I'll never forget that. And,
well, go ahead.
And Lula Bradbury, you know, actually flew from Indianapolis a year ago and came here to visit us and spend a week at our house, and we had the time of our lives. And she's sitting right next to me when I'm doing a radio show, and she's getting all her requests in that show. So we had a great time, and I have never seen anybody of her age love indie music like she does, and support these artists. And she's got a lot of favorites. She said that earlier in the chat room, more than anybody I've ever seen.
Well, you know, Tim, you know, I'm old school country boy, but common sense tells me that, you know, 10 people know 10 people, and that's how to build a fan base.
Yeah.
You know, you think about it, you know, you've got so many likes and so many downloads and everything else, and yes, that's part of it. But in all reality, 10 people know 10 people, and when you're talented, those 10 people are going to tell 10 people, you got to listen to this artist. You've got to listen to Tony Corrales. You've got to listen to Poppy Iris. You've got to listen to, and that's how it's built.
Yeah.
And, it's not rocket science. It is not easy as it sounds, or easier said than done, but it is what it's all about. It comes down to, I've said this a million times if I've said it once. It's not, I can talk to them blue in the face, Tim, how talented these artists are. But it comes down, the fans decide it, not me. Mm-hmm. And that's the truth, straight up.
Yep, that is for sure. And, and that's what we're trying to get on the radio is their fan base, to come in here and support these artists. If they really are fans of theirs, give them the love and come in and listen to the show for a little bit. And bring their fan base, and that is happening, and it's happened over the years. I've seen it a million times, and they might be hot for 30 days, they might be hot on your show for 90 days, but it's those friendships still last to this day. I mean, we've met so many great people doing this that we're still friends with to this day. I'm just short of 5,000 on Facebook, about 40 some short, and it's like, how did this happen? Well, it was the music that did it.
Well, and I will again toot your horn, man, because you deserve it. You're right. I have a lot of friends in the industry, major market personalities, DJs, I call them. But you're up there with them, my friend. And, and I say that in the fact of what you're doing, the platform here, indie country radio, with the industry the way it is today, everybody has to put their own dollar in. The labels used to do that. Now they wait for you to reach a certain plateaus, looks, downloads, views, and all the above. But in all the end of the ball game, you've put your hard-earned time, money, and life into it. Yeah. And that's what you're allowing to have it be played on this platform for people to build the fan base. And it also does the other thing. It helps build the radio, your radio station, because that's what it's about, is the people listening to what you're doing and appreciating it.
Yeah. And I've gotten it back tenfold, 100-fold. It's like I said, I'm not about the money. I'm about having fun and getting to talk to the artists that I get to talk to. And they reach out to me. I mean, I'm booked well into November and going to be December here pretty soon with 2 interviews on every show. So, I'm trying to get them in as quick as I can so they don't have to wait. But I appreciate that, and many friendships been made. And that's what it's all about to me. That's what touches my heart just as much as the music, and I got some good stuff in my ear every Thursday and Friday night for sure.
You sure do, man. And it's we all get busy and go our directions, but I'm saying it now and on the tonight, everybody to hear me, that I'll support this and I'll be on it. As often as I can, and if not every week, it will be close to it.
Well, we appreciate that so much. You have no idea. Well, thank you, man. It's been fun talking to you and catching up. And you better save my number in your phone just after this interview's over, all right?
It's in there, my friend. It's in there. And,
I'm just kidding. We talked right before the show even.
We did. And you know what? Again, love everybody. And prayers going out to the folks in Louisiana and Texas tonight. I understand Delta's now made landfall, so let's say some prayers for them.
Absolutely. They don't have any power or electricity to listen to this show, unfortunately, probably right now.
Yeah, that's true. And real quick, 30 cows in a field, 28 chickens. How many didn't? You want me to tell you? It's 10. 30 cows in a field,
28 chickens.
8 chickens. How many didn't?
Okay. That's a good one. I love that.
I mean, I sit there. I've had a blast with it this week.
Well, hey, right before we went on the air, we was getting ready for the show, I put this little thing together for Poppy Iris to promote one of their singles, and we're going to play the single called Why the Hell Not, their latest one, and video to it is also on ICTV, Indie Country Television, so big shout out to Dee Dee O'Malley, and I'm looking forward to interviewing her and Michael Lusk. But we're going to play that as we go out. But, Don, I thank you for your time tonight. It's been fun, my friend, and keep in touch. I know you will.
Absolutely, and lots more of this. And good night, and I love everybody.
Absolutely. Let's go out with some Poppy Iris. Why the hell not on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSDenver.com.
Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot?
It's time to cross the line.
It ain't no secret. It's time for me to meet you. Gotta take the leap, yeah, diving deep, yeah, 'cause I'd love to call you mine. It ain't no secret. Down to Rio for our weekend getaway, laughing like we always do and wondering where to stay. Finishing my sentence before I start to say,
It's a beautiful day. You stop and run around the car, get down on one knee, saying,
let's get married, girl. You're the one for me. And she said, why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not tie the knot?
So I call my mama, 'cause she'll kill me if I don't. She is so excited, drops the phone right on her toe. She tells me you two aren't getting married all alone. I'm calling everybody I know.
Your cousin's from Chicago and your uncle from LA. Your sister and your brother are all getting on a plane. And I say, why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not tie the knot? And we're standing at the altar, about to say our vows. It feels so good to tell the world, say it all out loud. There's no question in my mind when I say I do, and when he says it too. He says, why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not tie the knot? Why not? Oh yeah. Why not tie the knot? Why not tie the
That is Dee O'Malley, Michael Lusk. They are Poppy Iris, and you can check out the video to Why the Hell Not. That is KNOT on ICTV. There you go, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Dee O'Malley live in our chat room, and thank you guys for tuning in. We had a great time. We got kind of windy, didn't we? Me and Mr. Don Swartz. We had a great time on the radio tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope to see you back here next week. I'll be on the air Thursday and Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Well, as if we didn't cause enough trouble on the radio, me and Don, and we're going to cause a little bit more right now. We'll send this one out to Indianapolis, Indiana, and Miss Lula Bradbury. How about some Milton Patton? This is called Trouble on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSDenver.com, playing new country's best.
Stand between your toes, girl. What happened to your clothes, girl? I hope you know what you're getting into, 'cause baby, I can rock your world. Lipstick on my cigarettes. Oh, girl, you're turning me on. And once I'm going, baby girl, there ain't no turning me off. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can lay your body down, just hug and love and rub you all over this beach. Or we can go inside of town, find a bench at a park, cuddle up, make a sing. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. Tequila through a straw, girl. You're steady popping buttons on, girl. No need for calling a taxi, 'cause by the way that you're acting, won't make it out of this bar, girl. Kissing in traffic, backseat of a taxi, red bottom heels in the air. The cab driver don't care, he even pay for the taxi fare. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can spin your body around, kiss, hug, and love and rub you all over Dixie Street. Or we can go outside of town, find a field, make some runs, playing mud, cause a scene. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. From the bed to the couch, then the floor. The neighbors yelling, keep it down next door. I'm sorry, but this girl I can't ignore. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can lay your body down, just hug and love and rub you all over this beach. Or we can go inside of town, find a bench at a park, cuddle up, make a scene. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. You're gonna get us in trouble. Girl, if it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. Yeah.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country. New country.
You can't do that, just tell them that you can. It goes against all logic when a rose grows in the sand. And I've seen people move mountains with the help of God's hands. Deserts going dry, then it rains just in time. I've seen love gone bad, turn around. Oh, and I've seen people fly with their feet still on the ground. You're a bird who has forgotten that you voice that will be heard. You just forgot that you can sing. You're a dream that's on the edge. You can reach it even if you fall. Anything is possible. If you are standing in the dark, you'll find your way back to the sun. And if you need to find forgiveness, oh, that battle can be won. And don't let the word impossible ever roll off your tongue. I've said that word before, and life's too short. Why are children unafraid? They think they're 10 feet tall. It's amazing to me, they're not afraid at all. You're a bird who has forgotten that you have wings. You're a voice that will be heard. You just forgot that you can sing. You're a dream that's on the edge. You can reach it even if you fall. Anything is possible. I've seen love gone bad, turn around. Oh, and I've seen people fly with their feet still on the ground. You're a bird who has forgotten that you have wings. You're a voice that will be heard. You just forgot that you can sing. You're a dream that's on the edge. You can reach it even if you fall. You're a bird who has forgotten that you have wings. You're a voice that will be heard. You just forgot that you can sing. You're a dream that's on the edge. You can reach it even if you fall. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Three talented young sisters right there. We watched them open up the 2018 Nashville Universal Awards at the Wild Horse Saloon, and Anything is Possible, the title of that song. You indie artists remember that. It just doesn't seem possible that was 2 years ago that we got to see them live. Absolutely love Southern Halo, and you can follow them on Twitter at 3Halos. I love that Twitter account as well. Mr. Bobby Compton is up next. This is a great tune that was sent to me by a good friend of mine, and we are talking back and forth right now on Facebook. Mr. Chris Campbell, we'll send this one out to him. This is a great story in this song. It is called I Fight With My Wife. You got to listen to this one, folks, on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
I'll never forget the day I got the news. The way I felt, the look on her face, so much to lose. I didn't know what to say or how God could let things happen this way. For the first time I was a broken man, and I was scared. And she was scared. She held my hand. My mind was racing, my heart pounding. I couldn't go on life without her. Folded hands, I was praying it should be me, not her taken. Could this really be the end? How much time will she have as she fights for her life? I fight with my wife. How would you live if you were dying? Or how would you look at life? Could you ever think about tomorrow? Could you sleep at night? I remember holding our baby girl, and I remember how happy you were, and I remember the smile on her face, and I remember the first time she said she loved me. My mind was racing, my heart pounding. I couldn't go on life without her. Folded hands, I was praying it should be me, not her taken. Could this really be the fight with my wife. Could this really be the end? She's much stronger than I am. Please, God, don't take her. Give me the strength to be braver. We'll keep fighting like hell. Only time will tell as she fights for her life. My mind was racing, my heart pounding. I couldn't go on life without her. Folded hands, I was praying. It should be me, not her taking. Could this really be the end? How much time will she have as she fights for her life? I fight with my wife. I fight with my wife.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Grant, and you're listening to Today's Country with my good buddy Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country and KUHSdenver.com.
Hey, I'm country.
Somebody else will fix his heart, the same one you've torn all apart. Now you're sad 'cause you did me wrong. You just don't realize what you have until it's gone. But in my mind, I take her back, but I've got to be stronger than that. Though this flame still burns, I'll let her hurt, I'll let her cry, I'll let her feel what it's like to hear the words goodbye. I'll let her tears pour down like rain. She can deal with the lonely, she can deal with the pain she's put me through. When she turned cold, she left my heart full of empty, with nothing else to hold. In my mind, I still want her back, but I've got to be stronger than that. This old flame still burns. I'll let her hurt, there was a time I made her smile, but those days have been gone for a while. Oh, what a fool that I've been, afraid of starting all over again. So this time there's no turning back, 'cause my heart just
great ballads back to back in the world of country music. Mr. Adam Grant right there from the state of Georgia, and that one is called I Let Her Hurt. He's been getting ready for deer hunting season, ladies and gentlemen. He is an avid one. He's been plotting it for a while. Hey, there's a good one right there. Mr. Tony McKee, another good friend of mine, is up next. This song is called Anymore on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
I don't know where things went wrong. All I know is this day's been too long. A smoky room and bloodshot eyes. Another hour I'll see the sunrise. And every word that was said runs in my mind again and again. You say, whatever happened to the love we had? It's all gone bad, and baby, it's so sad. I can't do this anymore. I say, whatever happened to the one I knew? I sure miss you, but now I guess we're through. I can't do this anymore. You think that I should just let it be? I can't move and it's hard to breathe. It's so cold here on the floor. I see the sun but I can't feel its warmth. And every word that was said runs in my mind again and again. You say, whatever happened to the love we had? It's all gone bad, and baby, it's so sad. I can't do this anymore. I say, whatever happened to the one I knew? I sure miss you, but now I guess we're through. I can't do this anymore. Then I ask, why does everything have to be so hard? And you say, I don't know, it's just the way they are. You say, whatever happened to the love we had? It's all gone bad, and baby, it's so sad. I can't do this anymore. I say, whatever happened to the one I knew? I sure miss you, but now I guess we're through. I can't do this anymore. No anymore. Anymore. I don't know where things went wrong. All I know is this day's been too long.
Have you been injured in an accident or assaulted by some very loud music that comes out of your radio? If so, call the
Skip ad.
More nonstop country now.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universal Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
And I'm thinking about where you are. Thinking never got me far. With a whiskey glass half empty, and I play it all through my mind. make you smile, so you'll miss me and maybe kiss me. And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue, what I'm trying to say. It's baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. And I order them nice and strong, floating just like a star through the neon light I lean on. 'Cause I'm drinking myself to sleep every other night of the week till I see you and maybe dream you. And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue, what I'm trying to say. 'Cause baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Where did you go? Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Oh, where did you go? And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue, what I'm trying to say. 'Cause baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Yeah, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay.
The great country music duo Shotgun Rider from the state of Texas. That is called I'm Not Alright. They know that by looking at the chat room that I'm typing in right now. But you can check out the video to that one on ICTV-IndieCountryTelevision.net. While you're there, check out the video to this next song. My good friends from Ohio, they are Hastings & Co. and American Love on Today's Country from KICR. Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best. Also on KUHSDenver.com.
It's like fireworks flying on the 4th of July, lighting up the midnight air. It's warm summer nights, trying to win a prize down at the county fair. Well, it's you and me, baby, young, wild and crazy kids, free falling hard in American love. American love. It's free like an eagle soaring when we go speeding down that old highway. Head out the window just to feel the wind blow, sun shining on your face. And it's singing along at the top of our lungs, born in the USA. It's American love. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's blue like those tears when you're away. And it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love. It's grass stained jeans, your arms around me in the middle of a country show. 10,000 light of skies on fire, dancing when they play our song. And it's the freedom I feel in the kisses you steal, wrapped up in your strong American love. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's in American love, American love. Now we've got a little house for you and me, a flag hanging high for all to see. And it's red like my lipstick on your face, and it's blue like those tears when you're away, and it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love, in American love, in American love, yeah, yeah, that's American love.
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally. Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! Up to the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I can't wait to show you where I grew up. Walk you around the foothills of my town. Probably feel like you've been there before, after hearing all the stories I've been telling you for 6 months now. We'll probably have to sleep in separate bedrooms, pack a shirt for church because we'll go. I'm not trying to scare you off, but I just thought that we should talk a few things out before we hit the road. If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour your whiskey over ice, and take you fishing, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. My sister's gonna ask a million questions, say anything she can to turn you red. And when you meet my high school friends, they'll buy you drinks and fill you in on all the crazy nights I can't outlive. So if I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour your whiskey over ice, and buy you dinner, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She feels every heartache I go through. And if my dad sees me crying, he'll pour some whiskey over ice and tell a lie and say he never really likes you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. You'll be breaking more hearts than mine.
name is Ingrid Andress, and you can check out the video to More Hearts Than Mine on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. She's got a brand new single out I played yesterday on the show, too, called Waste of Lime, and a video to that one on ICTV. You got to check that one out. Well, this has not been a waste of lime or time. I've had a blast tonight, but we got time for a couple of more songs. This one I want to dedicate to my love, Brenda, who is listening in the other room. And this is our song, and Lula brought it up, and so we're going to play it right now. They are the great group Straight South. This is called The Kiss Before Love. Early birthday present for somebody, mine Sunday. And now you know. Thank you very much. This is a great tune right here on KICR Indie Country Radio, KUHS Denver, KUHSdenver.com.
It was just one kiss, it was just one night, one walk in the park. It was just one move, it was just two hands and two beating hearts, and a little help from above. It turned out to be the kiss before love.
It was just one smile, it was just one look, and just one voice. It was just one move, it was just one touch. You were my choice, and a little help from above. It turned out to be the kiss before love.
Before love. World, I really can't believe it's me. A little help from above. It turned out to be the kiss before love. Before love. Just one kiss,
just one voice.
It was just two hands.
You were my choice.
A little help from above. It turned out to be the kiss before love. Before love. Before love.
with a great group straight south, and that is called The Kiss Before Love. And I love every one of you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We sure appreciate it. I want to thank Mr. Kyle Elliott for a great radio interview. Mr. Don Swartz, brother, we had a great time. Come back anytime and we'll talk shop some more. Appreciate it. Next Thursday night, join me at 7 p.m. Central Time. Jackie Guy will be with me at 7:30. Then at 8:30, Miss Camber Kane from El Dorado Springs, Missouri. That's going to be a fun Thursday night. Then on Friday, Damian Knight. He's going to call from overseas. He is deployed in the military, and he's a great music artist. So we're going to talk to him. And then Kyle Martin. So next Thursday and Friday, 4 great interviews coming your way. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Check us out on Facebook at Tim Kelly Productions. Give us a like there, and we will like you right back. You guys take care. Have a great week and a great weekend, and I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me